there's no surprise that this would appear in the end. The idea that this happens at the end. At the end of all things appears this image, the fullness of the Son of Man, the fullness of the entire purpose, entire way in which all humanity points, that it would appear at the end and that it would appear as a judge. Because that's actually how it works. That's actually how it works for us. Now, if you think of the end, especially if you think of it, like I said, not just as just the end as the last chronological point, but as the reason, the purpose towards which I'm moving when I'm doing things, then you realize that's actually makes a lot of sense. Think about it. You know, I love to use the sports team example. It's the best example. Think about it as a sports team. That's how it works. That is, once you know the purpose of the basketball game, those purposes are held in men or in humans. They're held in humans. And that tends to move towards a point because some will shine and will appear as embodying, let's use the word, incarnating the end of that field. And they'll become like shining stars, become like little bright lights that judge everybody else. They don't even do it on purpose. They just become a standard. That's what a standard is. A standard is that by which all other things are judged. And so this image becomes the image by which things coalesce towards their identity. And this is what's so impressive. This is what to me is exciting. One of the most exciting things is that it is a personal thing. It's actually a personal thing. It's not the apersonal conceptual structure that a lot of the scientific world wants to present itself. It actually happens in people. We find our examples in people. And then we aim towards the purposes we have with people guiding us into them. That's how, even like tech companies, that's how it works. Think of the role that people like Steve Jobs or Elon Musk are playing. They are playing the role of these characters that are pushing the purpose. And everybody sees it coalesce into these people, see them as models to follow and things to get in line behind. And that's how the world works. But then, you could scale it down. You know that. You can scale it down into things. It's also true of all things. Anything that has an identity, that purpose, the reason why you know that it's one thing in the first place, will act as a judge. Just for good old time's sakes, we'll do it with the water. I wish I had a glass. This is exactly the case. And so, because I know what a bottle is, because I know what its end is, then that end judges the bottle. But the thing is, it's like you think, oh, that's weird. It doesn't sound, because I don't see the bottle judging the bottle. That's because it's filtered through the Son of Man. That's because it's actually filtered through human consciousness. And that is not only fine, it seems that that's actually inevitable. It seems that there's actually no other way to think of the world outside of those parameters. And when people do, like you'll see it, like some people will say that they are, but they have this weird blind side. They're blindsided. They kind of think that they're outside the system when they're doing that. They don't realize that they have to embody. They always have to be incarnate. So what's fascinating to me about that is, again, that image of the Son of Man in Revelation.